How would you like to free up 3 to 5 hours next week by implementing 5 simple steps to improve your productivity? Do I have your attention? Good. Let's get started. There is a catch. You need to commit and hold yourself accountable for doing everything that I suggest. This is not a list of time management tips. It's a system that consists of 5 interrelated elements that are designed to give you significant time-saving results over a 5-day work week. We are focusing on a 5-day work week because that is the time cycle around which our lives typically tend to revolve. One day is too short. A month is too long and unpredictable. A week is something we can get our hands around, and that is precisely what we want to do. So let's get started. As you look 3 months, 6 months, 12 months into the future, what do you hope to achieve? Now, simply thinking about what you want to achieve is not enough. Your first step is to translate those wishes into specific goals. Your goals must act like a magnet, pulling you toward the future that you desire. By translating your dreams and desires into specific goals, you will be able to define the projects and activities that need your attention. For your goals to define your future and drive your activity, they must meet 4 criteria. The first criteria is that your goals must be visible. Each morning you will be spending about 30 minutes reviewing those goals, so they need to be written down and accessible. Each goal must have a specific deadline for completion and be written in such a way that you will know that it has been achieved. Stating that you want to lose weight over the next 30 days meets the deadline criteria, but how will you know whether or not you have been successful? Stating my goal is to lose 10 pounds in 30 days meets both measurable criteria. Now here's the big one. Each goal that you write down must be so important to you that you have an overwhelming desire to achieve it. You must really believe in that goal or you will not feel its magnetic pull. Finally, you must be convinced in your heart of hearts that you can and you will achieve that goal. The only good goals are realistic, achievable goals. If you are clear about the goals you want to achieve and the target date for each goal, you can identify important projects that will occupy your time and your energy. A project has a starting and ending date and define steps that you need to take to complete it. That information should be on a cover page placed on top inside that project's folder. Following that should be any supporting documents that you need to help you complete those defined steps. You can now block out time in your weekly planner to work on project activities that need attention that week. As you receive new documents pertaining to that project, you can place them in the folder. As you complete a step listed on the cover page, simply check it off. All those articles and periodicals that you typically stack up in case you find the time to read them can now be prioritized and distributed over the next 7 days by placing them in the appropriate folder. If you don't want to make it that detailed, simply create 3 folders. First for high priority reading, second for medium, and third for low. You might also consider blocking out about 1 hour a day in your weekly planner for keeping up with your reading. Each workday should have a separate daily activity folder. As with the project folders, place a cover page in each of those folders listing the activities for that day. Below that, place any documents you will need for completing each of those activities. At the end of the day, you can quickly review each folder and redistribute anything that you did not complete. It will take about 10 to 15 minutes, and you can end the day knowing that everything is under control and ready for tomorrow. Years ago, Alan Lakin gave us a very valuable principle regarding incoming mail. Handle each piece of paper only once is the advice that he gave. Today, that same advice extends to both regular mail and email. It all starts at the moment that any kind of electronic or regular mail comes to your desk. You need to immediately execute one of 4 options. The first option is to act on it. That means either write and send a response immediately or place it in the appropriate activity, project, or reading folder. If someone else should act on it or would be interested in it, don't wait. Send it on to them immediately. If it requires action sometime beyond this week, place it in a tickler file. The tickler file is a file folder for each month with next month's folder placed in front, and behind that should be 31 folders, one for each day of the month. Everything that is left should be thrown out, leaving you with an orderly desk where everything you're working on this week is organized into your 3 types of action file folders. Step 4 is really optional, but you may find it valuable. It involves setting up a 100 points a week reward system. Begin by identifying your highest priority activities and project steps. Then distribute your 100 points among those activities and project steps. No item should have less than 10 points. Each week, establish a reward that you will give yourself for completing all 100 points. It can be anything from an item you will purchase for yourself to a special night out to a weekend away. But you should only give yourself that reward if and only if you have completed all 100 points. To make certain you are also rewarded when it's not possible to reach 100 points for whatever reason, you may also want to establish 90 and even 80-point reward levels. The final step is based on the principle that if you want tomorrow to go well, then plan tomorrow today. Begin by glancing through your goals so that where you want to go will be the context for what you work on each day. Next, check your tickler file for the next 3 days to make certain you have not overlooked anything. Then review and reorganize your activity, project, and reading folders. As you finish reviewing those folders, update your appointments and create blocks of project and activity times in your weekly planner. And finally, identify a quick start activity to ensure that you begin tomorrow morning with energy and purpose. Either select something that is high priority or something that you know you will enjoy doing. If you implement all 5 steps in the weeks to come, when you look back, you will discover an important truth. A commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and a focused effort are the ingredients that are making your time more productive and enabling you to achieve the success you want. So, keep up the good work. Thank you for listening.